Rightio, we're back. I've cut me piece of metal, see that there? I've cut that. But what we have to do is get a rectangular hole like so that the switch can fit in it. You know, so what I've done is I've drilled a round hole in here. Now I've just got to file out to square, but the best laid plans of mice and men always go astray with me, because I took my square files to school to use them to cut some square stuff at school, and I didn't bring it back home, did I? So we'll have to improvise. So what we'll do is we'll use a round file to get as close to the corners as we can. And I found this little wee half round file, see? So we might be able to get in the corners with that. So we'll go away and do that. And once we've cut that and we slip that in, we'll cut this, which has got the on and off on it, which I reckon will be good, and we'll get that to sit on the side there somewhere. We'll just glue it on, bit of silicone or something. We'll cut it down through there and round it off, and so we just got the off and on. And that, hopefully, and then we'll just weld that to the frame, and we should be honky-dory. We'll round the corners so we don't get cut or anything. And alright, I'll duck away and hopefully do the best with that inside there. Alrighty. I've managed to cut a square hole from that round hole that we made. Well, it's a rectangle, so it's not a square, it's a rectangle. And then we've got the on-off part here as well, which we're going to glue onto there. And then the switch will fit down through there. And we'll have on-off. I won't put it in there yet, so it'll sit there like that. So there you go, it sits there something like that. But I won't anchor it in there because I've got to weld it to the frame. And if I weld it to the frame with these on it, they'll melt. So I'll get in and do that. We'll go and stick that on the frame now. And that'll be good. I know exactly where I'm going to put it. So that will be good. We'll go and do that right now. Okay, what we'll do is move this out the road for a bit. And we're just going to pop this right in under there. Right there, I think it'll work perfectly. We need to clean this surface here up so we can get a decent weld on it. Okay, we'll let that cool down. It's alright, yeah. Sitting on there nice. Yeah, it's going to look great. Okay, we're back again. While I'm waiting for that to cool down, we'll sort out this switch. It's got these small connectors and I haven't got any, so we'll have to see if we can salvage them. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Ooh, that one's stuck on there. Oh, it doesn't want to come off. Right. The red one was on that one there, the one down, so that's what I got on there. Right, I don't know if I can get that out of there. You never know your luck. You need to find something to poke in there. Right, maybe. This might do. I know it's not the right tool, but we'll see how we go. Done this before, and when I've done this I've put a hole in my finger, so we'll try not to do that this time. Here we go. Aha! Got one side. This one part done. Most of the time you break it most of the time. then I'll have to go and buy some. We'll see if I've got any floating around. I doubt it though. These are real small ones. Right, here we go. I'm not going to be too worried if I don't get it. It is what it is. They're not designed to be used again. Oh, just I've stripped the wire off. Oh, I don't know if I've got the wire out. No, it doesn't look like it. If I get it out, it might be easier to thing. Open those up. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I need something a bit thinner than that. Nope. Not a file on me, old. Playing ball. Does not appear to be working. Oh, silly, I should have soldered the wire to it. That would have been a better option. Would have? I was silly, I should have just soldered the wire to it. For some reason I can't see very good. The light's playing up. Try this. Yeah, I think I'm just going to break it. No, it's not working. Yeah, I'm just going to break that off. It's already gone. Okay, so that's not going to work. We'll have to go and see if I've got some. I know I've got a couple of small ones, well, a couple of but they're probably not small. We'll go and have a look. I'll be back. Here we go, I'm back. I've been unable to find some, so what I'll have to do is go and buy some of these little wee things for this from the shop. So I might just leave that there. I'll go and stick this on, and then we shall leave this one here for today. See what tomorrow brings. Hey there. Hey there, it's Bart here again. It's the next day. I've been away. I've got these little things here to fit this, so we can do that later. What I'm going to do now is I was going to screw the brake master cylinder down, and I was going to use these nuts as packers underneath to lift it up, but it's got too big a hole. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go in and make a couple to fit a 6mm screw or bolt, so that we can tighten them down as well, and it'll lock it down in place, and then put a nylock nut on top of it. I think that's going to be the best way to go. So that's what we're going to go and do now. So we'll pop that and we'll go and get into the lathe. Here we are, we're at the lathe, and I've got this bit here, which is a little bit of hex stuff that I've had around. It's been machined on that end, but we only want to use this bit. We need to make a couple of 6mm nuts with a bigger, because this is slightly bigger. This is 8mm or 10mm size. So what we've got to do is clean it all up and then drill it in and cut a 6mm thread inside it. So we'll get on with that, and we'll get that done, and then it'll make us our spaces for our thing. Oh, still a wee bit of muck in the eye. Last time I cleaned it last time, but you get a little bit of stuff build up in the doors, and when you rotate them it all drops down. You need to try and get it cleaned out. I thought I had it, I've got most of it. That was from the kids project I had to do. Yeah, so it gets a bit tight in the chuck because there's bits getting in there in the thread. Right, that'll do. Right. Okay, that's pretty good. Right, bring this up. Right, we've got our centre drill, which is a rigid thing, and it puts it in the middle to help start our drill bit. Otherwise the drill will wander too much. Did go a wee bit deep. Is it going to get away with it? We probably will get away with it. I think I'll clean that up. Clean that up a bit more, I think. Just a wee bit big in here where I went too deep. Now what we need to do is get that out the road, take that out of there, okay, and we need to get the tap. You could start it in there, but we won't do that. Oh yes we will. Right, we'll start it up in the drill in here, because then that'll mean it'll be straight and lined up. We'll have to take it out though, because I think it'll spin around inside the chuck, which is okay. Right. Right. Just get this started. Right, what I might might do, since I've got that started in there, I might just take it out. I prefer to do it manually. You got more feel. I'm a bit worried I'm going to snap the tap. So I'll just go in the other room and I'll stick this in the vise and I'll thread it down as far as I can. Here we are, we're back. I've tapped that right down, the whole length of the tap, so hopefully it'll be enough. We've got to cut 2 of these. So we'll turn this around because we've got the parting off tool in there. Get that straight-ish. There we go. Right. Actually, that might have a... can't see. I think that's not very nice looking. Let's have a look. Might have to go away and touch that up, I think. Oh, might not be long enough either. Might not be long enough to get right in there. Let's have a look. Oh, it would be. Oh yeah, the last thing I did looks like it's melted the end a little bit. So we'll go away and clean that up. I had another one in here. Where's that one? I had found it just a minute ago. Yeah, I've got this one here. What's this one like? Oh, it's melted on the end as well. Right. I think that'll go right through there, won't it? Yep. I'll just duck away and give that a bit of a tickle up. Right. We have to get my measurements on the my measurement on this nut is about, from there to there is 8.5 mil, I think it was. So I'd like it to be roughly around about the same, because it's a good distance. Yes, 8.4, so I'll say 8.5, so that'll be alright. So let's hope we can get it to 8.5. There we go. I think it domed it a little bit. Yeah, it has. I might drill through there a bit more. That looks like it's domed it. We can fix that up later. It's a bit of a shame, bit of a shame. Yeah, see, it's domed it. Which means that the parting tool's curved the wrong way. Oh. And I also think, where's that drill bit? I'm not in far enough to part it off. So we'll drill again. We'll drill in a wee bit more. I'm glad I re-drilled that hole too, because the thread didn't go right through, so that means I had it too short. Whoo, rightio. That's those done. Okay, take that out of there. Finished with that. Right, we've got our 2 spaces, but we have to, ooh, it's hot, clean up the other edge, because it domed on both of them. They went like that, it went a domey thing. So we'll just clean them up in the lathe as soon as they cool down. Right, as soon as they cool down. So we're going to pack up most of this stuff anyway. We don't need it all. Put that back. Rightio. Take that with us. Okay. Is there one colder than the other? Oh yeah, this one's cold. Leave that one there to cool down. Oh, that was hot. Jeepers. have 8.3, about 8.3, so we're a little bit less. I think we'll get away with that. We will get away with it, I would say. Brilliant. 8.3. Yeah, you can hardly notice the difference. That should be fine. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Right, that other joke is a wee bit hot. Nah, we'll wait. Silly doing anything. Okay, so we've got one sorted. We'll go and find a screw and do that. Okay, I'll turn you off and I'll come back when that other one's cooled down. Okay, here we are, we're back again. I've managed to find some screws to bolt this little thing down here. And what I've discovered is that my line's too long. So I'll lift all this up, but it all looks like it's going to work. We've got this here, pin will go in there, then that should push it back. It already does a little bit. Oop. Oop. See, it just squirted some out. Alright, so I know that's going to work. So what I have to do is take this off now. So I've got everything set up. I have to get some nylock nuts to hold it down so they don't come undone. Alright. I think this here is about a 14 or a 1500 long brake line. It looks like I'm going to need a 1100 brake line. I've already measured it. So we'll have to see about getting that. This just pulls up here. Well, it should do. Oh, that's in the road. Okay. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Alright, that's better. We sort that out. Fantastic. Put that back. Back in there so we know where that is. Put these back on here. I've tightened these spaces up like that, and then when you put the nuts on it'll be a lot better. Oh yeah, so that's that. So all we have to do to get the brake line to work properly is to get a shorter line, and I know that'll work, and I know that this part here fits on this mark here that I've got on this bracket here, so that'll fit up on there, and that all works pretty good. It's just the brake line's too long, so we'll tuck him out the road for now, and we have to get a longer one. It's dripping as well, which isn't helping. There we go. Right. So I've got that sorted out. I'll make sure I don't hit the head on that bar, don't I? Right, Allen key. I'll have to look at putting the carburetor on soon, I think. Alright, we can fix this up. We know our switch is going up into there. On off's there. A little bit of movement. It hasn't gone off too much. That stuff didn't go off very good. So this would go in here, this would fit in here. Oh. I finally dropped something. Rightio. So we'll just have to run that wire a bit better, but down to the bottom one. So that would go through there, like so, and there'd be one on there, and one on the top one. Perfect. So that's how it would go, and that's our kill switch, on and off. I won't push it in now because I'll only have to take it out and it'd be hard to get it out, so we just leave that. So that's that, that's how that'll go. Of course we'll run the wire a bit better than that. We may be able to run it straight across there, down there and across and up. Hopefully we've got enough. There's a bit there, there's quite a bit there. So hopefully we've got enough to do that. But that's what we'll do with that. Fantastic. And I have done something wrong. Oh, drat, I did too. Oh, that's alright. I forgot to put the little rubber things on there. I was meant to put these little rubber things on, and I forgot all about it to cover that. That would have gone on like that. That'll be good. Look at that. Perfect. Right, so that's that and that's sorted. I need to throw those away. What else we got? Right, I'll need those for the cart at school as well, so that works out pretty good. I don't think I'll leave. Oh, I could leave those on there. So I know where the switch is. Just half put them on. Here we go. Ah, that's perfect. That's worked alright, look at that. Off. On. Hopefully. Right, we'll leave that with that, so we know where it is. We've got that sorted. I was hoping that would have gone off by now. Just sits here. I might have to put a drill it in there somehow. That's alright. Rightio, I think that'll do me for the day. Quite happy about that. We've got that sorted. Got that. Carburetor. What sort of things? Let's have a look. I'm probably going to have to get some carburetor bolts, unless they're with the ones I've got here. They give me a couple of carburetors actually. There's one. I'm not sure if that's the better one. Two. Right. I think that's the original one, and he had trouble with it. And this is another one he's got, but none of them have bolts. Right, none of them have bolts, so that'll fit on there. That might be alright. So I've got this one. I don't know what that is. Can't tell what that is either. I don't know where the choke is on this one. Right, I found two the same. Well, same type of thing, cap screw. So what we'll have to do is cut them both down to fit. I think this will be better. Yeah, look at that. Right, so I have to cut that down. And I've got a longer one. Right, that's that size. So we need to cut it down to that bolt size. Alright. Then if I have two the same, you don't want to do odd bods. Right. I don't think you can get it in. No, see, you can't get it in that way. Okay. Ooh. It's a bit sticky. Okay, that's that. Right, let's cut these suckers down. So I've got these two here, right, and we're going to cut them down to that length there, which is pretty good. So I'll duck away and do that. I need those two nuts. So what we do is we screw the nuts on first, like so, so that when we cut them off, we can make sure the thread's alright. Take the nut off. Right, I'll go and cut those with a hacksaw. So I'll be back.